So let's start with 1994, which was the United States' first ever, hosting job. To their credit, they had been slightly on the rise by the time the 1994 World Cup rolled around. They won their first ever continental competition as a national team in the 1991 Gold Cup. So that was kind of the, aside from being in the World Cup, that was kind of the next best thing a team from North America could win. But after the 1994 World Cup, they did okay. I think they made the round of 16 in that World Cup, so it was a good performance. But after that World Cup, things went into overdrive for the United States in soccer. The MLS was formed, and we know how that's turned out. It's turned out very well financially and developmentally so far for the nation, despite some initial hurdles. After that, they became regular features in, Gold Cup finals, qualified regularly for almost every World Cup, I think, but one since then. And as far as the CONCACAF Champions Cup / Champions League goes, their teams did win some after that World Cup, although they were pretty spread out in terms of when they happened. But they made finals consistently, competed with Mexican clubs. So there's that. So that World Cup had a profound effect on American soccer and has turned them into a regular competitive team. South Korea and Japan in 2002. Now, Japan in the 90s was sort of on a similar trajectory to the United States when it comes to developing soccer. They had a huge reform in their national league system. The J League or the J1 League was started around that time. So, and things kind of went into overdrive. The fan culture changed, the finances changed, the quality on the field changed. Because Japanese people always loved soccer, but the national league, they weren't very good up until that point. Now we have one of the strongest teams in Asia. 2 years after that World Cup, they won the Asian Cup, 2004 in China. They would go on to win it again in 2011. Japanese teams are regular contestants in AFC Champions League finals. The Japanese national team has been to every World Cup since they hosted. So a tangible difference there. South Korea has been kind of interesting because the last time they won the Asian Cup was in like the 80s, I think, or maybe early 90s. And as far as the national team has gone, they've gotten a lot stronger. They're still one of the strongest teams in Asia, one of the most feared, produce incredible players that go, to foreign leagues, right? No doubt. But they actually haven't won anything, to validate all that effort. Although on the club level, just like Japan, probably even more so, in the 21st century, consistently in the AFC Champions League final, winning a lot of them, so their clubs were very strong.